Thank you, everyone. As you just heard, my name is Danny Gustafson. I'm a Jesuit scholastic at Loyola Chicago. This summer, I had the pleasure of working at the Jesuit Conference here in DC in the Advocacy office. And over the course of that time, developed a few thoughts on how do we do Ignatian advocacy. So we're here in DC, obviously, starting to think more about our advocacy visits tomorrow. And my thought is that what we're doing is a little different. Here in DC, there are perhaps thousands of people who are advocates and lobbyists professionally. They're on the Hill day in, day out, year-round. Obviously, that isn't quite our situation. What we're doing is different. So this afternoon, I have just a few very brief points to share with you that I would encourage you to keep in mind tomorrow, both tonight preparing and then tomorrow over the course of our visits, about what makes our advocacy Ignatian. The first of these, the promotion of faith in the service of justice. This is a phrase we've heard a few times over the course of the weekend already, one that certainly merits more reflection individually, with friends, among our groups, and back home with our communities. Ultimately for us, the tradition we share as members of the Ignatian family tells us that faith and justice are inseparable. That is ultimately what brings us here. That is the starting point for our visits tomorrow. Our faith is one that tells us that when we see injustice, we must stand up and speak out. This vision and these actions are ultimately rooted in our faith. The second point, recognizing one's desires serve a central role in Ignatian spirituality. I think these visits give us the chance to ask, what are our desires for the world? What are God's desires for the world? Are those desires being met? If not, how can we help to get there? What is our role in this? So ultimately, these visits give us the chance to share this vision and share these desires with our elected officials. Third point, reflection. In the Examine, Ignatius invites us to look at our day, where God has been present, how we've responded or not responded, and how we can better respond in the future. I would encourage all of you to do a similar thing after your visits tomorrow. You finish the visit, take some time as a group, look back on the meetings, ask what went well, what didn't, what were moments of connection, what were moments of disconnection, and how can we take these fruits, these experiences, and apply them to future action and future advocacy. Fourth and final point. One of my favorite quotes from Ignatius is, "Love is expressed more by deeds than by words." By being here at the teach-in, through these advocacy visits, you're taking an important step in moving from words to deeds. It'd be very easy to stay home, simply complain about DC this, those politicians that. You aren't doing that. That's commendable. That's very important. Perhaps even more important is staying attuned to and staying committed to actions when you return home. Take what you've learned here, what you've heard, the people you've met, the issues you've engaged, and tomorrow your experience of meeting with our elected officials, and bring that back to bear on your communities at home. How do those issues affect your home, your school, your parish, whatever circles you find yourself in, and remain active. Don't fall simply back into words. So, quick recap. Promotion of faith in service of justice. Recognizing one's desires. Reflection, and love is expressed more by deeds than by words. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for your commitment to Ignatian advocacy, and good luck tomorrow.